What's up, everybody? It's me. This is it. This is the last part I got to retake of my re-showing my Elvis Presley collection, which is the 1950s. This was actually my first video I ever did when I started doing my YouTube channel. So I'm gonna redo it, but I'm not gonna delete my intro video. It's just, I guess, for a sentimental thing. I don't know. But let me show you. So I'm gonna get started before I start rambling on. So first I'm gonna show the LPs, and I'll show the 45s. Try to do this all in one video, because I know I'm probably gonna give some information along the way. So let's get started. So the first release that took the world by storm was Elvis's debut album, Elvis Presley. And I have both variations of it. There's a light pink, all right, and the dark pink one. And this one has it, and I have the one with one of them with the PD credit. It's right there, if you can see it. If not, it is there. But yeah, so I have both variations. And I have, like I said before, I re-sleeved everything, put them in these white sleeves with the original sleeves on the inside. One of them has a rice paper sleeve, which is this one. So, yeah, very glad to have these. So, Elvis's first album. And I also have two versions of his second album. Elvis. So, got two versions of this. The differences I have with this Elvis album is I have one with no ads. I think it's this one, you can tell. Then one with ads in the back. There's a lot of different backs of this album with ads, with different advertising different albums. And I also have one of these, which I think it's this one with no ads in the back, has a mistake when it was pressed. With Old Shep, it had the wrong take on it. On the alternate take of Old Shep is on here. The difference is he switches up the lyrics a little bit, and in the beginning you can hear like a squeaking of a chair. So it became an alternate take because of the chair squeaking. But somehow it ended up on this pressing, which is kind of weird. I wonder how that happened. But yeah, so here is Elvis' second album, Elvis. There we go. And this next album is actually the first album I ever bought of Elvis, and I never upgraded it. And I was probably about 13. And it's this. Maybe I upgraded the record itself, but the record was always, or the cover was always nice. And it's Loving You, his third LP, and his first soundtrack on LP. So there you go, Loving You. Never upgraded it, not the cover at least. Alright, this next album is probably my most valuable album, and it's one of mine in the best shape, and I'm very fortunate to have it. Oops. So stupid, this part. And it's this one, the Christmas album. And before the year's out, I do want to do a spotlight on this album. Just showing the detail of this one, because I'm very proud of this album that I have. You have no idea. And I'll probably show the inside then. I'm not going to show it now. And I don't like opening the gate, the book too much because it's so old. And I have a piece of this, which is, it's not the whole thing, but I have some of the gold sticker. So, really cool. Happy to have it. Original copy. And this is a big deal. The spine, you can still read it very clearly. I got very lucky when I found this. Very lucky. But yeah, this is his 1957 Christmas album. I think it's probably, this one's probably worth more than even my first album I have of him, I would think. But all right, next one I have two copies of again. One of them is an initial press, the initial pressing of it. That's Elvis Gold Records. This is like the perfect greatest hits to me, especially of the 50s. Has all the big ones. People say it was the first. Really the first rock and roll greatest hits, some people say. But yeah, one's the additional pressing, and then one is still the first pressing, but it sold so much they printed more, and it has the RE in the back. But they both came out in '58. But yeah, this is the first pressing, and this is, I guess, the second first pressing, if that makes sense. And so yeah, Elvis Gold Records. All right, this one, I said in my other video when I did a spotlight on this, this is probably my album of the 50s that's probably in the best shape is with both the vinyl and the cover, and that's King Creole. And I forgot to say in my spotlight of this, and I do not have the bonus photo for it. I already stated that. This is probably one of his best soundtrack albums. You can listen to the whole soundtrack without being bored. Like, it's very good. I mean, he had good soundtracks, but this is really up there. I mean, it really fits the movie, and they're good quality songs, even though even though some of them were fit for a scene, they were still good. But yeah, King Creole, original pressing, very good shape. Glad to have it. All right, here's a reissue of the '57 album, and this came out in '58, I think. Is this the Christmas album reissued? So there you go. Has him with pictures in the army in the back. So there you go. They're about to do this on FTD. Finally getting a classic album series reissue on CD, which I pre-ordered, and that is for LP fans only. I remember I found this for dirt cheap, man. When I found this one, it's in very good shape. Good stuff. Picture of him in the military in the back. And when I finished collecting Elvis's albums from when he was alive, this was the last one I needed. And I probably finished my album collection when I was, I'll say about 3 or 4 years ago. And this was the last one I needed, and I got it. And it was A Date with Elvis. Good shape. It's missing the sticker. I don't know if that makes it more rare, or maybe when someone bought the album, they took it off. But I hear different things about that. So I don't know which one is really true. But it does not have the track listing on here. And it's a gatefold. And it has a calendar in the back. So people hung it on their wall back then, counting the days for Elvis to come home. And this is actually another one that's probably one of the best shape of my oldest albums. It's one of my favorite covers, too. And it's this one. Gold Records I Am Too. Just a very unique cover. And some people redid this cover. And most notably, there's two I can think of as Bon Jovi for a box set they had. And Rod Stewart did it in the 70s. But he was like wearing a red suit with a black background. But yeah, Gold Records. So, good shape. Good stuff. Alright, well that's it for the albums. So let's just do the 45s now. Like I said before, I do not have the reissues of the RCA versions of Elvis's first 5 Sun singles. I decided I just want to, if I do get those, I want them to be the original, which I'm not looking forward to, but say it costs a lot of money. So, but anyway, so let's get started. So his first single, of course, was Heartbreak Hotel. And I have, maybe I can get closer now. I have both variations, all with the silver line. Okay, and I have the original sleeve that goes with this, which I'm happy to have. And I just got this one not too long ago. One without the silver line, but still first pressing. It's just from a different plant. I know one's like from probably the Rockaway plant, and maybe the other one's from the Indianapolis plant, I think. Sometimes they varied by plant. There was a Hollywood plant and all that. Second single, this didn't have a picture sleeve neither, so his first two did not. I just got this one recently too. I Want You, I Need You, I Love You. With My Baby Left Me. Okay. Alright, here is the one with the first picture sleeve. And I have both variations of it. And that's Hound Dog with Don't Be Cruel. So here's both of the variations. This one's in a little better shape than my Hound Dog on the top version. But there's like no staining on this one. So yeah. And they both have the silver line. So Don't Be Cruel and Hound Dog. Love Me Tender, Any Way You Want Me. There is like 3 or 4 different variations of the sleeve. There's one that's green, pink, white. Maybe there's just 3. Maybe I'm missing a color though. I don't know. But here's Any Way You Want Me with Love Me Tender. Or Love Me Tender with Any Way You Want Me. Alright, here's All Shook Up with That's When Your Heartaches Begin. Okay. playing for keeps with too much. Loving You with Teddy Bear. And this has a different back on it. There you go. The teddy bear side. And the Loving You side. This one is probably in the best, one of my ones from the 50s in the best shape as far as sleeve goes, and that's Jailhouse Rock. I got very lucky when I got this. Had this for a lot of years. Would treat me nice. This has a different back too. There you go. Excuse me. Don't With I Beg of You. Wear My Ring Around Your Neck with Don't You Think It's Time. Okay, they're starting to move, my 45s. Just use this on a spotlight. Hard-headed Woman with Don't Ask Me Why. You probably hear those things moving. But yeah. I want to get a new sleeve. I'm very anal when it comes to my sleeves. I think I said this before. But this would be in perfect shape if there wasn't a freaking price sticker on it. And that's One Night with I Got Stung. See? See it says 98 cents. It looked like they marked it down to 85 cents. Which is crazy. But the record's in beautiful shape. But if it wasn't for the price sticker, this would be like mint. I'm very anal. Okay, this is I Need Your Love Tonight with A Fool Such As I. And there is a different variation back, and if you have it, it's worth a good bit. This is the back I have, but the rarer back is advertised in the EP Elvis sales. So if you have that, check out your backside, and see if you got it. Okay, of I Need Your Love Tonight with A Fool Such As I. And this is his last 45 single of the 50s, and it's a Big Hunk of Love with My Wish Came True. When I met you. Alright, now it's time for the EPs of the 50s. Had this one for a lot of years. I wish I could find a little bit better sleeve, but it'll do. And this is the Heartbreak Hotel EP. And there's different variations. There's some with no titles in the top. Stuff like that. Maybe even no picture in the back. I'm not sure. One of them has no picture in the back. See, mine's stained a little bit, but can't really complain. Any Way You Want Me. I remember paying a little bit too much than what I wanted to pay for it. So this is Any Way You Want Me EP. And EPs, like I said before, I'm funny with EPs. I don't like buying soundtracks, like albums broken up if they have the same cover. If they have a different cover, I'll buy them. This one's like mint. Had this for a little bit. The Love Me Tender EP. First movie. Okay. Like this one, for example. This is volume 3 of his second album. It's called, basically the third volume of his second album, broken up into 3 EPs. This is strictly Elvis. I just got this recently. I just got it because it had a different cover. Other than that, I don't want the other ones because it looks like the second album cover. So, Peace in the Valley. There's rare variations of this. There's a gold standard variation, which I just saw on Beetle Brad's channel. He has a gold standard version of this. And I think there's one with the maroon label, which is very, very rare, worth a lot of money. Don't really see it. And I think this has an orange label on it too. But here's Peace in the Valley. So, just got this recently, just in time for Christmas time. Elvis Sings Christmas Songs. And there's another repress of this. That looks like the reissue when they reissued the album the second time. Just like with this cover. I got this, but this is cool. This is a Christmas album. So I think the second pressing of this, basically the next year, is worth a lot of money. I always see it go for a lot. It usually goes for like $150 online. Here's Jailhouse Rock EP. Just got this one too. Here's Volume 2 of King Creole. I used to have this before. Bought it back. The only thing I hate that it has the person's address in here, which isn't a big deal. That stuff like that kind of doesn't bother me. It bothers me more if it's on the sleeve. It all depends. So, and the last item of the 50s, and I only had the 45 to it. It's very hard to find, but this is basically a Touch of Gold Volume 1. Those EPs are very hard to find. There was 3 volumes, I think. And there's a variation of this one with the maroon label, which I saw recently, but it was just the 45. And I think they wanted like $25 for it. Maybe I should have bought it. Maybe I can go back and get it. I don't know. But here you go. This is Volume 1 of A Touch of Gold. It's an okay shape. But you know what? That's it. I'm done re-showing my Elvis collection. So I'll stop bothering you guys with this stuff. And that's it. So you know what? I'm going to stop it here. I'm making good timing. And I will see you all next time. Hope you all enjoyed it. Me re-showing my collection. So see y'all later. Bye.